Thank you for choosing Wisdom of the Dharma. If you found this video insightful, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, so you never miss a new update. Your support helps us keep sharing powerful, life-changing wisdom with the world. And don't forget to drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's grow and learn together. Part 1. What if it's not just sleep? What if the reason money keeps slipping through your fingers isn't about how hard you work, or how smart you are, but how you sleep? Not how long, not how deep, but which direction your head is facing while you sleep. It sounds almost ridiculous, doesn't it? But listen carefully, because this might be the one thing quietly sabotaging your finances, your energy, and even your peace of mind. In ancient Eastern traditions, and increasingly in modern neuroscience, sleep isn't just a nightly reset. It's a spiritual exchange. A time when your body becomes a magnet, receiving unseen energies from the earth, the sky, and everything in between. And like any magnet, direction matters. Now here's the part no one tells you. If you sleep with your head pointing in the wrong direction, you're not just risking a poor night's sleep. You might be aligning yourself with stagnation, stress, and a subtle energetic block that turns every opportunity into an almost wealthy, almost promoted, almost happy. This isn't about superstition. This is about unseen patterns of energy, rhythm, and consciousness that shape your life far more than the visible ones. Still skeptical? So was I, until I heard what happened to an executive in New York who changed his bed direction and saw his entire fortune shift. But I'll get to that in a moment. For now, pause and look around your bedroom in your mind. Where does your head rest at night? And if something as simple as turning your pillow around could open the door to better sleep, stronger energy, and a real flow of wealth, wouldn't you want to try? Because in the next few minutes, we're not just talking about beds and directions. We're talking about unlocking your life's most powerful, invisible current. Stay with me. What you'll learn today might just realign more than your sleep. It could realign your destiny. Part 2. The energetic blueprint of your bedroom. Take a moment to think about your bedroom, not just as a room, but as a living system. A quiet universe of your own. The place where your body softens, your mind resets, and your soul begins to speak again. Now imagine this. What if the way your bed is placed, the direction your head points, and even the colors or objects nearby, are all parts of a blueprint? Not just any blueprint, but one that either invites prosperity into your life, or silently pushes it away? This is the heart of classical Feng Shui, an ancient science of spatial energy that understands what modern science is only beginning to catch up with. Your environment is not neutral. It's alive. It interacts with you constantly. It can nourish you, or drain you. When you sleep, your conscious guard drops. Your body becomes fully receptive to subtle influences, magnetic fields, electrical impulses, natural vibrations, even cosmic directionality. This is why so many ancient systems, from Ayurvedic medicine to Chinese metaphysics, treat sleep direction not as superstition, but as sacred geometry. But here's where it gets truly fascinating. Neuroscientists have found that the human brain emits different frequencies depending on sleep stage. These frequencies are not isolated. They respond to the electromagnetic environment around us. Which means, your sleep quality isn't only shaped by stress or caffeine. It's shaped by space, by alignment, by direction. Have you ever walked into someone's room and immediately felt unsettled for no reason? Or conversely, felt a deep sense of peace in another? That's not just aesthetics. That's energy geometry. Think of your bedroom like a tuning fork. If it's vibrating in the wrong frequency, you won't sleep well, no matter how expensive your mattress is. And if your head is pointed in a direction that clashes with your personal energy, your subconscious may spend the whole night trying to defend itself instead of healing. What we're about to explore in this video isn't just decoration. It's not about where to put your bed in a trendy way. It's about creating an environment that actively supports your clarity, your wealth, and your well-being, even while you're asleep. And for that, the direction of your sleep is step 1. Part 3. Why the North drains you. Have you ever woken up after a full night's sleep only to feel like you barely rested? Your body feels heavy, your mind cloudy, and your motivation missing. You've done everything right: early bedtime, no screens, calming tea. But what if the problem isn't what you're doing, but where you're pointing? In Feng Shui, the North isn't just a direction, it's an energy signature. It represents the water element, slow, still, deeply yin. Imagine a frozen lake in midwinter, calm but unmoving. That's the kind of energy your body absorbs when your head faces north at night. While yin energy supports introspection and healing, it clashes with goals that require momentum. Instead of fueling your fire, it extinguishes it. Traditionally, the North is known as the direction of endings. It's where the sun never rises. It draws you inward into quiet, not the kind that refreshes, but the kind that stalls. Science backs this up. Earth's magnetic field runs from north to south. Sleeping with your head pointed north aligns you against that natural flow, which can disrupt bioelectrical rhythms. Your brainwaves become disorganized. Blood circulation slows. You may wake up repeatedly, without even realizing it. That's exactly what happened to Jordan, a tech entrepreneur in San Francisco. At 28, people called him the next Steve Jobs. Then things unraveled. His sleep worsened. He lost focus. His pitches failed. He began doubting his entire path. A friend suggested a strange idea: check his sleep direction. Jordan realized his head pointed north. Desperate, he turned his bed to face east. At first, nothing changed. But within 2 weeks, his energy returned. He was more focused. Ideas flowed again. 2 months later, he closed a new funding round. Coincidence? Maybe. But Jordan never looked back. And he's not alone. If you're a fire type, driven, expressive, passionate, North can drain you. It dulls your instincts and dims your spark. Earth types may also feel off balance, their goals foggy, their energy unsteady. To be clear, the North isn't inherently negative. For someone healing from trauma or exhaustion, it can offer deep rest. But if you're chasing clarity, success, or forward momentum, this may not be your direction. Because sometimes, progress begins by simply turning your head the other way. Part 4. The Hidden Trap of the West. There's something undeniably poetic about the West. It's where the sun sets, where the day melts into twilight, and where stillness begins to take over. But in Feng Shui, beauty doesn't always equal benefit, especially when it comes to how you sleep. Sleeping with your head facing west might seem harmless, even soothing. But beneath that calm surface lies an energy current that could be quietly slowing your momentum. In energy philosophy, the West symbolizes endings, transition, and the decline of yang energy. It's the space between action and rest, effort and release. While that might sound comforting, it can be risky if you're in a season of ambition or transformation. Imagine telling your subconscious every night, "We're done. No more progress. Time to stop." That's the message the West sends. Instead of recharging you for a new beginning, it gently nudges you toward pause. Modern sleep studies support this. Environmental cues like light direction and magnetic alignment impact your internal clock. Sleeping with your head to the west may trigger a subtle passivity, limiting the deep restoration your body needs to stay sharp. And it's not just physical. West-facing sleepers often report vivid dreams, mental restlessness, and fragmented sleep. When you wake up feeling like you lived through 5 lifetimes in one night, that's not insight, it's energy overload. Tasha, a novelist in Portland, knew this struggle. She had always written her best work at dawn. But after moving into a new apartment and unknowingly sleeping with her head toward the west, everything stalled. The words dried up. Her creativity dimmed. She even questioned whether she was meant to write at all. A visit from a holistic interior consultant changed everything. They rearranged the room, aligning her bed to the south. Within days, her clarity returned. Her latest book? A bestseller. Was it coincidence? Or was her creative block tied to direction? Energetically, the West belongs to the metal element, structured, but cold. It weakens fire and clashes with wood, which is why artists, leaders, and visionaries often feel blocked when sleeping this way. Their spark fades. So here's the truth. West might bring rest, but not revival. Not if you need drive, courage, or clarity. Sometimes, all it takes is a gentle pivot away from the sunset. Because true momentum doesn't just start in the morning, it begins the night before. Part 5, Your Ideal Direction, South. If the north pulls you into stillness, and the west lulls you toward endings, then the south does something entirely different. It ignites you. In Feng Shui, the south is ruled by the fire element, the force of movement, clarity, and forward momentum. It represents light in its purest form. Think summer sun, peak energy, brilliance, and visibility. This is the direction of growth that not only warms the body but fuels the spirit. When you sleep with your head facing south, something powerful happens. Your body aligns with outward energy. Your dreams are more likely to be vivid but peaceful. You wake with a sense of confidence. It's as if your inner compass knows where it's going, and your actions start to reflect that. This isn't abstract theory. Studies in environmental psychology show that directional cues, even subtle ones, affect how the brain processes purpose and planning. South-facing sleepers often report better concentration, steadier moods, and stronger decision-making throughout the day. This was certainly true for Chris, a public speaker and high-performance coach based in Chicago. At the height of his career, Chris hit a wall. He was burnt out. His speeches lacked conviction. He couldn't shake a creeping feeling of self-doubt. For someone who had built a career on energy and presence, this was devastating. Then, during a retreat, an energy specialist casually asked about his sleep habits. Turned out, Chris had recently moved to a new home, and his bed now pointed directly west. Curious, he shifted it south. Within a week, his sleep deepened. His voice regained power. He stopped procrastinating. Months later, he told his audience, "I didn't change my mindset, I just changed my direction." That's the gift of the South. It returns you to your natural drive. Not forced ambition, but a clear, aligned desire to move forward. If you work in leadership, teaching, entrepreneurship, or any field that requires you to inspire others, the South may be your secret weapon. Even if you're simply trying to make better financial decisions or wake up with more motivation, sleeping with your head facing south can be an energetic upgrade. It's not just about better rest. It's about waking up ready to rise. Because when your sleep is fueled by light, your life begins to reflect it. Part 6, The East Awakens New Beginnings. The East has always been the direction of the sunrise. The place where light is reborn. But in Feng Shui and ancient spiritual traditions, East is more than just a compass point. It's a symbol of hope, transformation, and second chances. When your head faces east as you sleep, you're aligning with the energy of renewal. You're inviting the universe to start the day with you, not behind you. The east carries strong yang energy, active, vibrant, and full of forward motion. And for those going through life transitions, this direction can feel like a lifeline. It certainly was for Melissa, a 42-year-old former corporate executive from Atlanta. After a difficult divorce and years of working in a high-pressure finance role, she found herself in a strange place, free, but lost. The spacious apartment she moved into was beautiful, but she couldn't sleep. Her mind raced at night. Mornings felt heavy. Her therapist suggested it was emotional residue, but Melissa suspected it was something deeper. One evening, while reading about energy flow and bedroom orientation, she realized her head was pointed west, toward closure. She flipped her bed to face east, almost as a symbolic act. She didn't expect much. But that night, for the first time in months, she slept through the night. By the end of that week, she'd mapped out a business idea she'd been too foggy to articulate. Within 6 months, Melissa had launched her own wellness brand, combining financial literacy and mindfulness for women. Her shift didn't start with a business plan. It started with a pillow turned toward possibility. That's the East. Whether you're beginning a new chapter in your career, healing from loss, or trying to break free from a rut, east-facing sleep brings clarity. It doesn't just restore the body, it sparks the mind. It connects you with the rising rhythm of the day, giving your subconscious permission to move forward instead of replaying the past. This is also a direction favored by young entrepreneurs, students, and creatives, anyone needing fresh ideas and mental agility. If you're starting something new, or even restarting your life, sleep toward the east. Because every sunrise isn't just a beginning. It's an invitation. And sometimes, all it takes to step into that invitation is turning your head in the right direction. Part 7, The Southeast, Prosperity's Secret Wind. If there's one direction whispered about quietly among Feng Shui masters and energy healers alike, it's the Southeast. Not as loud as the South, nor as spiritual as the East. But make no mistake, this is the direction of wealth. In classical Feng Shui, the Southeast is ruled by the wood element and associated with wind energy, movement, growth, and circulation. But not the chaotic kind. Think of a gentle breeze that moves through your home, stirring things up just enough to bring new life in. That's what the Southeast does to your energy when you sleep with your head facing it. This is the direction of prosperous flow. Not just money in the bank, but money in motion. Ideas that become actions. Conversations that open doors. It's subtle, but powerful. And no one understood this better than Samir, a marketing consultant in Los Angeles who spent years feeling like he was always almost there. He had the skills, the network, and even a few solid clients, but something always blocked the breakthrough. On a friend's recommendation, he visited a home energy specialist. After walking through his apartment, the consultant paused and said, "Your bed faces northwest. That's great for reflection, but not for someone in a people-based business. You need the wind." Samir adjusted his setup so that his head faced southeast, awkward at first, but doable. Within a few weeks, he began noticing small shifts. Clients responded faster. Networking events felt more natural. He even got invited to co-lead a campaign with one of the top agencies in LA. Nothing drastic, but the energy had clearly changed. That's the nature of the Southeast. It doesn't crash into your life. It whispers. But those whispers carry messages of opportunity, if you're aligned enough to hear them. This direction is especially powerful for those whose success depends on connection. Artists, negotiators, communicators, entrepreneurs. It strengthens adaptability, charm, and timing, all traits that attract wealth in modern life. Sleeping with your head to the southeast also helps unlock creative confidence. Many report feeling more inspired, more decisive, and more fluid in thought. It's like being in the right place at the right time, over and over again. So if you've felt stuck, stagnant, or like prosperity is always just out of reach, try turning toward the wind. Because sometimes wealth doesn't knock. It flows. Part 8. How to find the right direction at home. Now that you know which sleep directions support wealth, energy, and clarity, the next step is simple but crucial: figuring out your actual sleep direction. You don't need a Feng Shui master. You don't need crystals or incense. All you need is a little awareness and a few practical tools. Method number 1. Use a traditional compass. Start by standing at the head of your bed, right where your head usually rests when you sleep. Hold the compass flat in your palm, level with the ground. Slowly turn until the needle points north. Once the compass settles, look at which direction your head is pointing. If it's toward north, east, south, or anything in between, you've got your answer. Just one tip: stay away from electronics or metal bed frames while using the compass, as they can interfere with the needle. Method number 2. Use your smartphone. Almost every smartphone has a built-in compass app. On iPhones, it's usually pre-installed. On Android, there are free compass apps you can download. Lie down as you normally would to sleep. Hold the phone gently over your head, screen facing up, and take a reading. If the number says 90 degrees, your head faces east. 180 degrees means south. 270 degrees is west. And 0 degrees is north. This method is quick, easy, and surprisingly accurate, especially if you calibrate the app properly. Method number 3. Follow the sunlight. If you wake up with sunlight hitting your face every morning, there's a good chance your head points east, where the sun rises. This is a great method for anyone who prefers to avoid technology, or for older family members who want to check their direction the natural way. Common misconceptions to avoid. A lot of people think the direction of their room is the same as their sleep direction. It's not. What matters is the orientation of your head while you sleep, not the placement of your door or window. And while it's tempting to rely on intuition, actual measurement will always be more reliable. Energy responds to intention, but direction responds to geometry. Sometimes, a small change, like turning your pillow around, can quietly reset the energy of your entire life. Because the moment you align awareness with action, real transformation begins. Part 9. Personalized Feng Shui by element. No two people sleep the same. So why should the direction that supports your energy be one size fits all? In Feng Shui, your personal energy is shaped by the 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. Each element carries specific strengths, emotional tendencies, and energetic needs. Aligning your sleep direction with your element can amplify clarity, confidence, and yes, even your flow of abundance. If you're a wood type, you're likely a builder. Visionary. Always chasing growth and expansion. Wood energy thrives on movement and connection. That's why east and southeast are your best allies. These directions feed your creativity and help you adapt, perfect for entrepreneurs, artists, and teachers. Avoid the west. It slows your momentum and can make you feel boxed in. If you're a fire type, you bring passion, drive, and charisma. But that inner flame needs fuel, not suppression. The south, east, or southeast are perfect for you. They fan your fire, keeping your energy bright without burning out. North, on the other hand, is too dampening. You might feel uninspired or emotionally heavy sleeping in that direction. If you're an earth type, you're grounded, dependable, and calm under pressure. You thrive in stability. The southwest and northeast offer nurturing, rooted energy that supports your rhythm. These directions help you stay focused and centered. West is okay, but too much metal energy can make you overly rigid or stuck in your ways. Balance is key. If you're a metal type, structure and logic are your strengths. You value order and precision. Northwest and west align with your natural flow, supporting mental clarity and decision-making. But these areas can feel cold. Soften the space with warm lighting, natural fabrics, or a little wood element, like a small plant, to keep the energy from becoming too sterile. If you're a water type, you're intuitive, deep, and emotionally intelligent. North can be beneficial if you're in a healing phase. It supports reflection and release. But too much time there can lead to emotional stagnation. Rotate toward east or southwest if you're trying to manifest prosperity or move forward in life. The big picture? Feng Shui isn't about rules, it's about resonance. Your sleep direction should feel supportive, not forced. If you don't know your element, notice how your body responds to different orientations. Sometimes your energy knows before your mind does. Your path to prosperity isn't about copying what works for others. It's about discovering what aligns with you. Because once your space speaks your language, everything begins to move in harmony. Part 10. Bedroom mistakes that drain energy. Even if you sleep in the right direction, your bedroom might still be working against you. That's because certain layout mistakes, often overlooked, can quietly weaken the energy you've worked so hard to align. Your bedroom isn't just a place to rest. It's an energetic gateway. And when its design conflicts with your body's rhythm, prosperity becomes harder to hold on to. Let's look at the most common traps, and how to fix them. Mistake number 1. Sleeping with your head against a bathroom wall. Bathrooms represent draining, stagnant energy. They're filled with water flow, plumbing noise, and heavy yin. When your headboard shares a wall with a bathroom, even if it's on the other side, it can affect your sleep quality and mental clarity. If you can't move the bed, add a tall, upholstered headboard or use natural stone or wood paneling to buffer the energy. Mistake number 2. A mirror facing the bed. Mirrors bounce energy. When placed directly across from the bed, they reflect movement, even at night. That constant energetic echo can disturb your sleep, cause restlessness, and even make you feel watched. If you have no choice, cover the mirror at night with a cloth or folding screen. Mistake number 3. The bed under a window. Windows allow energy to flow in and out. Sleeping with your head under one can make your energy feel scattered. You may wake up feeling exposed, anxious, or mentally disoriented. Add thick curtains, a solid headboard, or better yet, reposition the bed if possible. Mistake number 4. Clutter under the bed. Storage space is tempting, but when energy can't circulate freely around your bed, stagnation builds. Especially under the mattress, where your most vulnerable energetic self rests for hours. Clear out anything unnecessary. If you must store items, keep them organized, symbolic, and intentional. Mistake number 5. Electronics too close. Phones, laptops, and chargers next to your pillow emit EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies, that can interfere with your brain's natural sleep cycles. Keep electronics at least 3 to 5 feet away, and unplug what you don't need overnight. Your dreams will thank you. Final thought. A bedroom should be a sanctuary, not just a space with 4 walls and a bed. Every item, every angle, every object either supports your energy or drains it. Before chasing new tools or rituals, start with the basics. Remove the blocks. Create stillness. Then let the direction you sleep in do the deeper work. Because sometimes clearing just one corner of a room clears the path to your next breakthrough. Before you go, take a moment to reflect. What small shift can you make tonight that might change everything? If this video helped you see your space and your life from a new perspective, support the channel by clicking like, subscribing to Wisdom of the Dharma, and turning on the notification bell so you never miss our next insight. And if you feel inspired, leave a comment below with your favorite affirmation or the direction you're sleeping in. You never know, your story might be the spark that helps someone else realign their path. Thank you for watching. Until next time, may your rest be peaceful, your space be blessed, and your fortune flow freely.